sure my colleagues know the amendment's the same one that I proposed 2 weeks ago, and it's the confirmation of a governor's bill, House bill that was presented. It's about the New York Racing Association and the track seasons for the 3 tracks, Belmont, Aqueduct, and especially Saratoga, coming upon us. It's been a tough couple of years for our economy. Upstate New York saw more than its fair share of negative economics. We're moving into the area where a $17 million loan to the New York Racing Association to deal with capital improvements in the 3 tracks, most of them Saratoga, becomes very important as the season, for all practical purposes, is starting in the North Country. And I say North Country because it expands beyond Saratoga. It's up into the Adirondack regions. It's so important that we send a signal that we're prepared to meet this season, and then we send a signal to the business community who is begging to pay us money, sales tax money, various forms of income taxes for the people we employ. They want to pay state taxes into our revenue stream that desperately needs that money. Now, I don't care if a bill comes down and somebody else's name is on it. I don't care if it's all the other side. I respect that. I understand this. What I care about is doing something for these tracks. It's especially damaging that the VLT process has been so tainted and gone so long that these 3 tracks in the horse industry and all the industries that are related to it, tourism, the agricultural industry, have been hurt by this. I recognize that this will have a quote from a lawyer that says we can't vote on this. I recognize that. I'm disappointed by it. I'm disappointed on a lot of things I don't get to vote on, which I think is unfair. But it's especially unfair because my constituency, like your own, is made up of so many different people of different political parties. They're not asking for partisanship. They're not deviating from their own political philosophies. Many of them will share yours. What they're simply asking for is an opportunity to work for the season. It's important that revenue stream comes in because the way this budget process is going, and there is no process, we could be here back in November and December working on a budget, and we will be looking at revenue streams, such as sales tax collected throughout our great state. And if we don't do something about these tracks, which should have been done years ago, should have been done this year with the VLT process, and probably a case should have been done in the last 8 or 9 years since it was open, we're going to be short revenue again. Now, we're losing $1 million a day. That's $365 million without having a VLT aqueduct vendor. Nobody can get together on it. It simply amazes my constituency why this process is going literally into the can. So whatever the outcome of the ruling, and I don't kid myself, it'll be non-germane, out of order, or some interpreted legal interpretation that will simply say to my voters, we're not going to get the vote on this. So my response is going to be, listen, I understand the politics. I'm not going to say I agree with it, but I understand it. And I know it goes both ways. I respect that. I am going to tell you folks, if you mess around too much longer with the track seasons, there's going to be a lot of people in this room and down the hallway and in the governor's office. They're going to be responsible for people not making money, not being able to take care of themselves, and not giving us revenue that we desperately need to run this great state. It's time we start doing something. So I've accepted the fact that this will not be voted on. I've accepted the fact that it's not germane, and that's what the headline will be in my district. I've accepted the fact that it may be out of order, but I have no recourse. There's no joint budget, House meetings, and joint conference meetings. There is no place that we can actually vote on a budget, a line item. I've never seen anything like this before. So I appeal to you as responsible men and women to recognize this critically important industry in upstate New York and indeed throughout our entire state. I don't doubt for a moment that you don't care about this industry. But I think brinkmanship is going to hurt a lot of innocent people, a lot of hardworking people that need better than this. So before you call it out of order, I wanted to state there's never out of order when you have a chance to vote on something. Isn't that what we're here for? Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator McDonald. Senator Klein.